Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Wednesday, April 25th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. You do it to yourself, part two. I've got Walmall on the line.
Good day, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah,
on
and
this hump day.
yeah, hump day. Yeah, and just so you traders know, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money. If you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional rather than a couple of guys with funny names who make YouTube videos about trading. And when you're trading, make sure you have your stop loss in place, right, Walmall? Because you don't
Yeah.
you don't want to because you don't want to lose any more on any one particular trade than you're willing to lose. So,
That's right.
on the weekly chart, you can see here all the gaps have filled. But fellow traders, you really do it to yourselves, and and Walmall and I, we stepped in it again.
Yep. We certainly did, and especially I did, And the thing is, I cracked in the beginning, and it's hump day. Well, here's the reality. Hump day, I should be halfway through my trading, more so than not. And yesterday I stepped in it, and it took me all day to go and fight my way out of it and get myself back where I was supposed to be and actually close with a profit, And then again today, I was up. My first couple of trades, I was up. I was doing really well. And you know what? Market went against me. I should have gone and done something. I didn't do it, and it burned me. And when it burned me, I've wiped out all my profits for the week. I'll admit that. I've wiped out my profits for the week. So I'm like starting all new again right now. Am I upset? Sure, I'm upset. But at the same time, we talked about in the very beginning of the video, only risk what you can go and lose, And the reality is it doesn't set my trading back, doesn't set my account back. It's a reset. So I lost the first couple days of the week, and you just have to do that. And just talking about, trade what you can lose, risk what you can lose. Are you willing to take, that money that you're going to risk? Are you willing to go and take it and literally burn it in the street? Because that's a possibility, and if your account is strong enough, you can do that. If it's not, then you need to rethink what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and I've got the euro up here on the charts, and we went long on 70, and I believe it was last hour, right?
2 hours ago now.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2 hours ago.
We went long on the red candle on the H1. I thought we were green when we did it.
We were green. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Right, we went green.
Yeah, but what happened was, you can see here the high is 108,713, and it barely gave me any time to get out, and I think ditto for Walmall. And the next thing you know, you can see what happened to the trade because of we did something that you're not supposed to do. We averaged in. And the market moved against us.
The market moved against us, and we did it to ourselves. We should not have done that.
Yeah.
And if we would have taken, I was saying this earlier at the TRO, that if we would have just taken the loss, taken a 5-pip loss, taken a 10-pip loss even, and then entered at the 60, would have made up, right now 30 pips if we had stayed in that trade.
Yeah.
So follow the rules, guys. Follow the rules. Don't do what we did. Follow the rules. You follow the rules, you're in good shape.
But I was just joking with Walmall before we started the video, and I said, "What did I tell you way in the beginning, Walmall?"
There are two things you told me. First thing you told me is don't do what I do.
Yeah, I said
as a joke.
Yeah.
and the thing is, you got to go and trade your trade, And then the second thing is that you got to go and follow the rules. Do your trading plan. Follow what works. If what you're doing is successful, stick with it. Stay with it.
Yeah. Well, see, I told him not to average in, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. And
But
then yesterday we were saying, yeah, because of how we trade, we're just looking to make that 1 or 2 pips. And I said we need to make a habit of 1 or 2 pips. But sometimes the market, seriously, it just doesn't give you enough time. Because you hit it, you see your 1 pip, you hit it, and it slips. I mean, that happened to me. I was in a trade for, what was it, about 15 minutes or so, and
yeah,
I got my 1 pip and I hit it, and by the time that I hit it and they executed the trade, I came out zero. Profit loss was zero. So it was like, and,
yeah.
and Walmart even remarked, he goes, all that time for nothing.
Exactly. But that's the market. Am I upset that I lost all these pips today? Sure, I'm upset. But at the same time, I know it's also part of trading, and it's like it's something that you are constantly working and developing your ability to do it. And so, yeah, I took a loss. But at the same time, I look at last week, and last week I made 3 times what my goal is for the week. Okay, well, if I come out even, flat for this week or even negative for this week, I'm still, that I'm in the game, and that's what we got to do, stay in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, because, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. There's, not too many teams go through a season with the perfect record,
Yeah, it just doesn't happen, unless you're Alabama football, although that didn't happen this year.
Yeah.
I had to throw that in because I'm from Georgia, so we have to go and make fun of our Alabamians.
Yeah. But and then if you look here on the on what we're referring to as the map, I mean, when price cracked that 48, there's nothing stopping it until it gets all the way down to the 108.16. So I mean, that's just there's just nothing here on the chart. You can see all these wicks right here. And right now we're actually in some wick zones from yesterday on the H1, but
Yep.
it broke here and then it broke there. There's just nothing stopping it. And that's back using the M Shiner. I think he was doing it every hour. He would put up, like, for the first few hours of the day, he would put up highs and lows and plot those lines and to see if there's anything to stop it or not. And then yesterday, though, I do remember there was a trade, and as I speak, it's putting in a new daily low. That price had shot up, and I said, hey, there's a return bar. Price is going to probably return to such and such a level. And the funny thing is, the next hour it did. So, like, right now, this bar here, this is going to be a return bar. So I believe price will come back to 51 sometime eventually, because this big bar here from yesterday, that was a return bar, and the open was right here. Okay, come on. Okay, 108,287, and so price has returned to this return bar. And that's just an observation that I've made, and you guys have been around, and you've seen it, you've heard it. So it's just something to trade for. So now we can trade towards this level. But of course, you want to let this bar run its course, and you can get it.
And right now we're going to head down to where 9 pips off of the weekly low. So that's probably the next place it's going to run to.
Yeah, and also if we come back here and we run through the charts, you can see here day, week, month, year is red. We broke out of the opening range for the week here at the 41 level. Here inside bar 10 days ago was at the 108,298 level on that low, so we just broke through that. See, horizontal lines. You can see here we came out of the upper wick zone, even though yesterday and the day before were dojis. On the range here, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pairs over 100. And here on the buy zone, it took out the pivot earlier in the day, and right here there was a short at the 108.45 level, which would be up about 15 pips right now. We're in the smart rat zone. You can see here how the dots have pushed down. And the smart rat zone says 20% of the close minus low would fall into this area. So chances are price is going to come back. And you can see the upper bounds of the, I hate to call it the dumb rat, but the original rat was at 108.45.
Yeah, it's not a dumb rat because it still works. It's just the original.
Yeah, the original rat. And once again, we did take out that pivot, showing the pivots taken out. There's still a daily pivot here at 109.17, 18 level that needs to be taken out. We did take out the weekly pivot. We're in the wick zone. I mean, it's just the past 2 days, it's just been mostly wick. And here on the wall, you can see the separation here. And we just started a new hour, so long at 30, short at 20. And here on the price action with the 3-level ZZ, you got a 2-ball here, so long bias, so long at 30. And let's see, we've had 8 bars close above 30 on the H1 here, and we've had 11 bars close below 30. So you can place your bets accordingly.
All right.
So what you gonna do for the rest of the day, Walmall? Let the fellow traders know.
I'm going to sit here and contemplate my loss, and unless I see something really good, I'm not going to go and enter because I need to go and recollect because that's just part of my psychology rebuild, and I need to do that for myself. I need to go and do a reset. I have to, I look back at the chart, look at what my loss is. I know where my mistakes were, and I have to go and make sure I don't make those mistakes again. It's just that simple. And that's what we all have to do. Because as we go through life, you learn more in your losses than you do in your wins. That's for sure. So we like the wins, but we learn a lot more in the losses. So I got to evaluate that and make it.
Well, the funny thing is that's true on the surface, but it's because that's a results-based observation. And really, if you want to become better at this, I'm not trying to contradict Walmall here, but the thing is you have to look at the process. And if you go through your process and you go, I did everything according to the plan, I clicked when I was supposed to click, I sat on my hands when I was supposed to sit on my hands, and if you did that and you have a good system, then if you keep doing that, you're going to be a winner. But if you start to base things on results rather than on process, you could do something totally wrong. You could do an airball trade and it makes money and you feel good because you're basing it on results rather than process. And trading is a process.
Right. And your results, when you're trading, your results is not the end result of one trade. Your results in trading is what is it after a period of time, after multiple trades. And that's what has to be evaluated. On an individual trade, you can go and say, hey, did I go and do what I was supposed to? Did I follow my trading plan or didn't I?
Yeah.
And if I didn't, that's what's got to be corrected. That's what's got to be reflected upon. If you did and you lost, as they say, poor boy, poor baby. You lost.
Yeah. Well, that's about it. We're running out of time again. The fastest 15 minutes here. So, fellow traders, remember, you do it to yourself and focus on your process because it's not what you trade. It's how you trade it. So get out there and drain the banks. And if you're new here, come down, click subscribe, click like, and click share and post the video all over the internet. TheRumpledOne signing off.